Shit. Give me a moment. I'm in windowed mode. I apologize. I can't go into settings, sorry. Yo, what up? Fine, you painted yourself into this corner, but I feel you're in pain. I feel your pain. I'll pretend to be your boyfriend. Yes, I'm so glad I didn't lose hope. Oh, my name is Kokoa. Please call me Koko-chan. Oh, and sorry, I didn't catch your name. I'm Goro Majima. Oh, this is gonna be a huge problem for her. Actually, I don't know. I see, then Majima-san. I'll address you as Goro-chan. Goro-chan? We just met. That's taking things a little fast, don't you think? No. I know it's just pretend, but we are in a romantic relationship. We can't be so formal with each other. We have to make this believable. If you say so. Yes, I do. Well, let's not waste any more time. We should be going, like right now. Didn't you tell me things about you before we? Okay. Huh? I'm getting exhausted already. And what's this about going? Going where? Come on, try to keep up. We're going to the restaurant where we'll meet my dad over dinner, the three of us. We're gonna meet over dinner? I got nothing to say to your dad, Koko-chan. Make it so we meet, shake hands, and then let me go. Why don't you? Bing, bang, boom. Oh, no, that won't work at all. Dad won't be reassured unless I show him what kind of man my boyfriend is. We have to go now. Goro-chan, get a move on. Damn, I don't know what I was expecting, but here we are. Here we are. So, Goro-chan, this is where we'll meet my father. I only have 2 requests. Please don't reveal that you're just pretending to be my boyfriend, and don't anger him. You got it, but what's all this about making him angry? Your dad get pissed off easily? Oh no, he's just stubborn. He's not scary, though. He seems to think I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, and he babies me for more than he should. But underneath it all, he's a good father. He's as good a father as I could ask for. Well, I suppose it's tough to blame the guy. If I had a daughter like you, I'd be pretty worried too. You see? So if you started saying a bunch of weird stuff, he'll blow his lid and be all like, "Forget this guy. I'll arrange your next date." So let's avoid that. No problemo. So let's get over my boyfriend's backstory now. Excuse me? I did a backstory? You've been going out for 6 months. You're a dentist who likes going out on drives and watching movies. Your favorite food is the omelet rice I make, okay? Dentist, watching movies, drives, omelet rice. What was all that now? I had to give my dad some details about my boyfriend, so I made stuff up. If he gets curious, can you make sure you've got it all memorized? Well, you ain't exactly making this a walk in the park. How am I supposed to remember all these details? Fine, from the top. You've been going out for 6 months. You're a dentist. You like going out on drives and watching movies, and you love the omelet rice I make, okay? So 6 months, dentist, drives, watching movies, omelet rice. I'll give it my best shot. There he is. Dad, over here. So this is Koko-chan's dad. Unlike his space case of a daughter, he seems pretty buttoned up. Koko-chan, this is my father. Hello, I'm Kokoa's father. Pleased to meet you. And this is the man I'm seeing, Goro Majima. You know, now that I think about it, meeting a girl's dad for the first time is super important for a normal couple. This could end up making an impact on the rest of her life. Guess I should buckle down and get into this role properly. No different than at the Grand, right? First impression's key. What do I open up with? Please make my miso soup every morning. I'm delighted to meet you, father. I think this is standard. Pleased to meet you, sir. I'm Goro Majima. Yeah. Majima-kun, was it? I understand my daughter looks to you for a lot of support. Support? Oh no. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Kokoa-san has stood by me at every turn. Well, how courteous of you. Something that gets me these days is the erosion of courtesy in today's youth. So many can't manage a proper introduction. You seem different, Majima-kun. That's right, Dad. Goto-chan's not like those stereotypical men. Good. The first impression went well. Playing the respectful type was a pretty slick move. Majima-kun, I must say I'm surprised. You really do exist. I beg your pardon? Well, my daughter described you as a man who is tall yet slender waist, sports an eye patch, has long hair tied back, and emits a deadly aura, not unlike a dagger's edge. I never imagined such a man could actually exist, yet here you are, in the flesh. See, Dad? I told you I wasn't lying. My boyfriend's right here in front of you. Yes, I'd figured he was another figment of your overactive imagination, so I'm really quite shocked.
Huh?
Overactive imagination? Dad, I don't make things up that often, do I? Well, they do seem to be on good terms, and her dad's a decent guy, too. Stern, but decent. Oh yeah, it's Majima-kun. Cocoa may have mentioned it already, but what line of work are you in again? My job, huh? Oh man, I think Cocoa mentioned that in the backstory she gave me. I am a dentist. I'm a Yakuza, oh my gosh. If I said that, she'd freak out. I'm a dentist. Oh yes. That's right. I heard you were a dentist. I never would have guessed from your appearance. Not the face I'd expect of a dentist at all, to be frank. I get told that often, yes. Oh, Dad. You're being so rude to my Goto-chan. Well, I'm just glad I remembered what Koro-chan told me in that hack of a backstory. Incidentally, Majima-kun. Yes? I was wondering, how did you come to meet Cocoa? Oh, well that's, I didn't ask you. I asked Majima-kun. But, well, I could just make whatever up now, right? But it has to be something that makes sense to her. Tell me, Majima-kun. How do you two get to know each other? What the? He's prying pretty deep. Is he onto us? Gotta explain how I supposedly met Cocoa on the way, in a way that won't make him more suspicious. She stopped me in the street. We sat next to each other at a movie. I like going to movies. We sat next to each other at a movie. We happened to sit next to each other at a movie theater. That's how we met. At a movie? Come to think of it, Cocoa did mention that you enjoy movies. Yes, like I said, Coco-chan just happened to sit next to me. That flick was a real tearjerker, so I offered her my handkerchief, and the rest is history. Yes, that's how it went. Amazing, Goto-chan. I can't believe you came up with... I mean, I remember it like it was 15 minutes ago. It was so romantic. Well, what a fortuitous meeting, then. I'm just glad she didn't meet her boyfriend in any places she shouldn't be. Of course not. My Goto-chan is a proper and decent man. There. I wove in Coco's backstory and came up with a tale that rings true enough. Majima-kun, I'm going to put it to you straight. What is it about my daughter that you find attractive? Dad, why would you put him on the spot like that? I'm sorry, Cocoa, but I just so worried about you. What? But that makes no sense. If you care for her, then why are you sticking her up with random suitors and stuff? If you care about what they like about her, because suitors don't. It's usually not a very romantic way of getting with someone. with someone. You're still so innocent, like a child. It keeps me awake at night, worrying about whether or not you'll be able, whether or not you'll ever manage to live a proper and prosperous family life. If there's a man who would love you and treat you well, why I would give you my blessing for marriage right in this instant. Dad, that's why I need to ask, Majima-kun. What about Cocoa do you find attractive? He's looking into my soul here. Guess I can't blame him. His daughter's future is on the line. I don't like tricking him, but I told Coco-chan I'd go along with this. Gotta find a reason why I find her so attractive. She's so cute. She makes great omelet rice. She's innocent and childlike. Great omelet rice. Well, I fell in love with how great the omelet rice she makes is. Oh, I must agree with you there. Her omelet rice is such a special quality to it. I love it too. But Majima-kun, if that's all you see in my daughter, I don't want to give her away to you. If it's a delicious omelet rice you want, you could just easily marry a cook. Ah, shit, that was the wrong answer. Damn it. Tapping into Coco's-chan's backstory backfired. From her dad's point of view, he'd want a guy who appreciates his daughter fully, not just for her cooking ability. Oh, would you two excuse me? I need to go wash up. Sure. Sure, honey. Don't fall in. Wait a sec. With her powder in her nose, it's down to just me and her old man. Damn, awkward. Majima-kun. Yes? I have no idea who you really are, but thank you for playing along with my daughter's lie. Eh? Her lie? What lie? I got no idea what you mean. What lie? You can stop pretending. I knew this was all an act from the moment I sat down. Was it that obvious? If you knew from the start, what gave us away? I could tell just by the way my daughter was acting. I wasn't her father all these years for nothing. Then why'd you go along with this dumb charade for so long? Coco was so desperate to convince me. It's my fault she tried to stunt like this, isn't it? I'm sure it's because I kept pushing her into dates with all those suitors I'd arranged for her. You know your daughter well. You saw right through her. I lost my wife when Coco was still an infant. I raised her alone, without anyone else's help. I tried to raise her well, so no one could look down on her for not having a mother. But I know I've been overly protective. I can see now that she's capable of standing on her own 2 feet. I've got to stop telling my daughter to do this or that. No more pushing her to meet potential suitors. She's her own woman. It's time I learned to let go. But the truth is, there's another reason I went along with your little charade. What's that? Someday my daughter's not going to bring a real boyfriend to meet me. And I thought this might be a good practice. Practice, huh? Thanks to you, I got a good idea of what to expect. When the time comes, I think I'll manage. It still ain't a good feeling to spend so much time lying to someone who knew it from the start. But I gotta tell you, I think avoiding an arranged marriage wasn't the only reason Coco-chan pulled this stunt. What do you mean? I think she was trying to show you that you don't need to be worrying about her so much. Worry? Yeah. Pretty plain to see that she's the source of a bundle of your worries. I think she wanted to reassure you that she's capable of looking after herself. She wanted to prove to you she can manage her own affairs, like getting married. Sorry, I'm back. I hope that wasn't too awkward for you guys. Did you even break the silence? Welcome back, Coco-chan. So, listen. Your dad actually... Majima-kun. Yes? Coco, you've done well finding this man. I had nothing to worry about, after all. Dad. I know, right? Goto-chan's a super guy. This means you'll stop trying to set me up, right? Yes, I can see there's no longer any need. Really? Awesome. It's been an awful long day. I'm heading back to my hotel. Oh, okay. I'll walk you back, Dad. Goto-chan, thank you so much for being my boyfriend for even just a few minutes today. Goto-chan, I think you did an excellent job pretending to be my boyfriend. Heh, glad to hear it. I wanted to give you this. Thank you. You got a 5 pieces of fluorite. Whatever the case, I think I'm free from Dad hounding me to meet suitors. What a relief. That's good. Yes, well, I have to walk my dad to his hotel. Yep. When you get a real boyfriend, you better do a proper introduction so he doesn't have to worry about you.
Hi.
I'll try. Bye now. Coco, I forgot something. Give me just a moment. Oh, okay. Something wrong? Majima-kun, there's one last thing I need to say. Eh? What's that? Majima-kun, I'm glad I got to talk to you. You went through all the bother of pretending to be my daughter's boyfriend just for my sake. You're a good man. I was trying to pull one out. I was trying to put one past you. Don't give me too much credit now. No, not at all. That's why I'd like it if you would be my daughter's real boyfriend. Excuse me? What did you just say? I said, won't you please ask my daughter out for real? Consider it for a moment, please. When the fresh hell makes you think that's a good idea? Because you're the ideal man. I think I could safely entrust her future to you. Whoa, slow down. I'm having trouble believing my ears. You can start by just pretending. That's fine. Heck, if she won't take you, I will. What? Did you say that I think you did? Yeah, Dad, what's all this about? Give me a break, you two. That's why I'm single. Damn, the dad was ready to step in. Alright. What was that about? Alright, I can finally save. Let's go see what this side mission is over here. Huh? Oh, whoa, item. Is that a trading card? Hi, Haneda. Haneda. Yeah, there's a little mini thing going on here. I guess I could technically answer these whenever, but... Hey, kiddo. Where's your mom? Are you lost? No, I'm not. No? Then what'd you just standing around all by yourself for then? Huh? No reason. What's with this kid? She's doing it all, she's doing it right not talking to strangers, but it's dangerous here. Better send her packing. Listen, why don't you hightail it back to your mom instead of loafing around here? This ain't no place for kids. Okay? Off with you then, you little scamp. Kinda looked like she had something to say. Still, she ain't lost, and she ought to make it home okay. Just hope there's no troublemakers lurking around. What are you standing for? Let me pick you up and throw you to the stratosphere. Oh, it's a dragon and tiger, right. Can I talk to her again? No, okay. I guess I'll come back another time and she'll still be there. Oh, more money. Oh. Oh yeah. Ooh, good 330,000 pretty much. All right, let me save. Keep this so I can keep this money later. You know. All right. I wonder what the correct answer would have been back there, but too late now, I guess. What, more Men in Black? What do you want? I can't defend. Oh, I couldn't do the triangle stuff because I didn't have enough of the meter. Is this my home? Hey, hold up, Majima. Oh, whoops. Huh?
山形と話はついとるで。
支配人が納得しても俺らが納得するか。俺によってうちのナンバーワンを引き抜くた度胸しとるやないか。あんたお客様は神様や言うて客に土下座までするらしいやないか。夜の帝王かなんか知らんが情けない話やで。そんなに金が欲しいか。客には通用しても俺らに土下座は通用せんで。ま、試しにやってみてもええけどな。
お前らの言う通りや。お客様は神様や。うちの店に来た客になら土下座でもするし靴でも舐めたるわ。せやけど客やないなら話は別。まして喧嘩売りに来たチンピラなんぞに俺が優しいと思うな。
大層な口聞けんのも今のうちや。カマンやってまえ。
I'm gonna use the other fighting style. Wait, hold on. There we go. Ow. Yeah, he did.
強すぎる。なんなんやお前は。
お前ら仕返ししたかったら店に来いや。客としてなら土下座でも何でもしたるわ。好きにせえ。ただその後どうなるかは保証せんぞ。お客様は神様やからな。
Damn, they really came to my house and did that to me. They really tried to job me in my own house. That ain't gonna work. It's my home for a reason.
この町は牢獄や。 俺が塀の外に出られんのはいつなんやろな。兄弟。
Oh, wait, that was chapter 3 done? Oh, okay. That was quick. Climax balance items open. Alright. Chapter 4, proof of resolve. Alright. Damn, okay, he built.
おう、兄弟。おう。
Oh, this is my brother. This is my big bro.
持ってきたんやろな。ああ。まがいもんは一切なし。堂島組経由で仕入れた正真正銘の本物や。拳銃は全部で6丁。1丁につき6発撃てるとして36発は発射できる。36発か。
Melon.
相手は上野義治とその場にいる清和会の連中全員。こないなとこ呼び出して何のつもりなんすか、柴田。
単刀直入に言います。今日の上野義治の襲撃、真島さん、行かないでください。
どうしてそれを。
あなたと冴島は今日出所直後の上野義治を都内のラーメン屋で襲う、そういう計画ですよね。実はあの計画ちょっと問題がありましてね、予定を変更させてもらうことになりました。このまま襲撃に向かえば堂島組長、いや島野さんにも迷惑をかけることになってしまいます。
兄弟はもう向かってねえや。じゃあ俺はどうしたらええんじゃ。
真島さん、
あんたは俺に兄弟裏切れっちゅうんか。このまま見殺しにせえっちゅうんか。
落ち着いて落ち着いて。
俺は行く。たとえどんな裏があっても構へん。俺にとって冴島はたった一人の兄弟なんじゃ。
真島さん、でもそれじゃああなたの身も。
うるさい、関係ないわ。こっちはそないのもとっくに捨てる払ってきたんじゃ。
そうですか。それじゃ仕方ありませんね。おい、
柴田。
お前には失望したで、真島。
島野の親父。
極道にとって親の命令は絶対。お前やったらそんくらい分かっとると思っとったがな。
親父、兄弟は冴島はどうなったんですか。教えてください、親父。
道を外した極道の行き着く先がこの穴蔵や。
親父。
安心せえ。別に殺しはせん。せやけどここにぶち込まれた奴はみんな殺してくれって泣いて頼むわ。なんでやろな。
親父、兄弟は教えてください、親父。
Another shit night's sleep. Gotta get to work. Not much else I can do right now. Alright. I guess we're going to work. I just woke up.
黙って金出せ。
邪魔や。
What the fuck? Oh, no, I need to punch him for that. No. Oh, now you attack me, huh? Take advantage of your friend's fucking. Only 95,000. Ain't nothing on them. Oh, give me those pocket tissues. Thank you. Give me your pocket tissues. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna save. I'll stop here. Wait! Let me save! Hello? Oh, hi. How's it going? Yeah, thanks for calling me right away. That clunky ass bag he's carrying. You wanted to hear about my shoulder bag phone? Huh? No, that's not what you're calling about? Okay, sorry. Bag phone? Is that bag actually a working as a phone? It's some shit, ain't it? Oh, all right, I get it. Well, if you ever want to hear about it, you know who to call. Okay, bye. Man, why doesn't anyone appreciate the awesomeness of bag phones? Don't they know how much I had to beg for this thing?
Boy.
Hey, buddy. Were you just chatting on a phone through that chunky bag you got there? Pardon? Yes, exactly, yes. I was talking using this. It's pretty wild. Is it some kind of radio then? Oh no, not at all. It's a real phone. It's called the bag phone. A bag phone? Who puts a phone in a bag? Oh really? You don't know? This is all the rage now. It's a fully transportable mobile telephone made possible through state-of-the-art technology. From now on, people will be able to carry phones with them all the time. You'll be able to connect with anyone, anytime, and anywhere. A mobile telephone, eh? Crazy. What's the point of carrying a phone around with you at all times? You're not seeing the bigger picture. With this bad boy, you're not chained to your home or office. You could even turn a cafe into your workplace. You could be in touch with your friends and family at all times. I could call up my mom right now if I wanted. Sure. I guess I could see the use in that. I knew you'd see the light. Doesn't it make you want one? No, I just want to save. You should head to the store and get it to ride a wave of the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm guessing that's the thing. That thing costs you an arm and a leg. Ride the future always comes with a tax. Actually, yeah, it's more expensive than I should even say. Figured as much. I don't see the need. I'll stick to the payphones and the rest of the peasants. But weren't you just about to enter a phone booth? Yeah, I was about to make a call. So I see. What? He interrupted me on purpose. Very well. I shall let you use the cutting edge of the technology of my bag phone to place your call. Whoa, you sure about that? Certainly. I want everyone to experience the future today. You need to understand that with just what a bag phone represents. Aren't I generous? Bag phone, huh? Guy said it's state of the art. Do I want to see what it's all about? Fine. Sure, let's see what the future holds. Alright, I know you're excited, but the future is right here, hanging off my shoulder. Here you go. You're about to get a taste of tomorrow. Don't mind if I do. Eh? I ain't hearing anything. Really? Can I see it for a sec? They run out of battery? Or is this guy just insane? Oh man, the battery must have died. Probably used it all when I took a call from a buddy. The battery's dead? Yeah, the thing about the future is that it really sucks the life out of today's batteries. Does it? Well, how long is it does it take to recharge? A mere 8 hours. That's that long. You only had the one conversation earlier, and that's all it takes to run it down to empty. That's the price you pay for being in the vanguard of the times. It's always been that way. Technology's beauty is as fleeting and as fragile as the cherry blossom. Right. Sounds like it's like more of a hassle than it's worth. Well, seeing as how your marvel of technology has gone silent, I guess I'll have to pass on your offer. Thanks. Oh no. Wait. Let's not be hasty. Now what? Is that where I can buy car batteries? You can't just give up on your chance to cross the frontier of progress. Just because it's out of power doesn't mean we can't get it back. You just told me it'll take 8 hours. I ain't got that kind of time, kid. I'd be able to tap my message out in a Morse code before that thing came back. Well, it just so happens this thing can also use regular batteries to make calls. So, could you go buy me a battery for it? I would think Don Chuijo carries them. But now I gotta run your errands. Don't be upset. With the price of a couple batteries, you could be getting in touch with the future. I gotta admit, I'm curious. I'm sure you're a busy man, so I'll wait right here for you. Take your time. By the way, my name's Idozuka. Promise. I promise you can use my bag phone as long as you come back with a battery. Alright, I'm Majima. I'll be back when I can. Guess if I'm ever by Don Chuijo, I don't know. I can pop in and get this kid a battery. It's the future we're talking about. While I can't use a battery, I'll save right now. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And my throat's sore from all the talking. All right, see ya.